everyone. Today I'm going to do a really quick rundown of Discord for you guys here. Discord, for those who aren't familiar, is a powerful sort of community chatting platform. There are a lot of capabilities and features that it allows for, but I think we're just going to kind of go through the basics today for those who are unfamiliar so you guys can get started. If any of you guys have used anything like Skype or Slack or even something like Microsoft Teams, it's very, very similar to that. It's basically a place for large group of people to come in and chat real time via private direct messaging, or we have these like little themed chat rooms that we call channels, or you can do live stream, and you can also do live voice streams too. So it's kind of a great place for an organization such as ours at SCBWI Austin to be able to make large announcements to our members without too much effort on our part. Our hope is to also have this Discord be the place where all of the most latest and greatest sort of events and information is stored. That way you don't have to hunt down the information on the website or on the Facebook or on the Twitter or on the Instagram. Our hopes and dreams is that this would sort of be the place where you can get all of that information in one spot. Let's get started. A couple of things to address before we begin is that throughout this video I will be using my Discord as an example. Because I am the moderator and creator of our SCBWI Austin server, you might see a couple of discrepancies between what you're seeing on your screen versus mine. There just might be a couple of functionalities and features that you'll see on my Discord that you may not have on yours. That's because I am an admin. So don't fret. It's nothing wrong with your Discord. The other thing too is that I have been using Discord on and off for a couple of years now, and am part of a couple of other different communities that do use Discord as a means of communicating with each other. And so for that reason, you might see that my Discord might just be a little bit busier and a little bit more populated in terms of content when you're comparing the two. So those are the things to keep in mind. Things first, we're going to do a quick anatomy lesson of the UI being the user interface. So here on the left side, where my cursor is indicating, is the list of servers and groups that you might be a part of. In my case, I'm a part of a couple of different groups outside of SCBWI, so this is where all of them are listed. And by groups, we just mean sort of any communities or projects. In my case, a couple of podcasts and a couple of online courses I have taken in the past. So that's what these are. If you go further to the left inward here, this is where you have all of your different channels. So if you think of it kind of like how a folder system is structured, your large folder on the left, and further you go to the right, you kind of drill in further and further into the content, and that's basically the concept here. I have Austin SCBWI, the server, selected, and within that server you can see here are all of the channels that we've created for that server. So channels are basically what we would call kind of like chat rooms. They're indicated by this little hashtag here, and we've separated out into sort of a general area with large welcome with rules, announcements, and introductions. We have a writers section, and then we also have an illustrator section. So when you join the SCBWI Austin server, you were asked to create sort of a screen name and then probably upload a profile picture. After that, you should have been dropped off on this screen, which is Welcome to SCBWI Austin, within the Welcome and Rules channel. Here, we have of the basics, rules on how to conduct yourself on the internet. So things like no hate speech or bullying. Please respect everyone's privacy. There might be opportunities where members within our community are sharing excerpts from their projects or work in progress sketches. That might be commission work, or even their personal stuff. So we would really hope that you would respect everyone's privacy and keep whatever is shared within the server on the server and not share it outside. Unless the creator has given you permission to do so. So please respect everyone's privacy. Also, an official SCBWI policy on how to conduct yourself on these social media platforms. So no hate speech, no bullying, and just all around be a nice, kind person. We have links to the official SCBWI website here, the official link to our official Instagram, the Austin specific Instagram, and our Austin Community Water Cooler Facebook page, and some tips and tricks on what you should do and how to navigate Discord here. So definitely please check out this particular channel, read through it, familiarize yourself with it so you can understand what's going on. The next sort of channel we have here is announcements. This is where the regional team will be posting any latest and greatest announcements we might have. So monthly meeting announcements we will post here. Any sort of critique groups we will post here. In the most recent case, the New York conference registration has been announced and open. So check it out here. This is where we'll be posting anything that we want the wider sort of SCBWI community to know about. Next channel, introductions. So this is where anybody that drops in and is new to the channel will get sort of these bots that come in and introduce you. What would be great too is if you could go in, let's find an example. Yeah, and just introduce yourself really quickly. Anna here has sort of like given her name, what she's interested in, whether or not she's a writer, she's an illustrator, and just come in, drop a couple of lines, tell us about yourself, and say hi. We'd love to get to know you. So if you haven't done so already, please, we encourage you to come into the introductions channel and just tell us a little bit about yourselves and reintroduce yourself to the rest of us, because we might not have had the opportunity to meet and gotten to know you just yet. General channel, this is also a great channel because sometimes there are just things to talk about that doesn't fall into any of these particular subject matters, and you just want to sort of throw it out into the wider SCBWI Austin to weigh in on. So this is a great place to post any sort of relevant links, questions if you want to get some opinions on some thoughts you have, or even just start a discussion. Feel free to post those thoughts in here. Promote yourself is a great channel. If you have a latest book coming out, you started a new YouTube channel, or if you just got signed with an agent, anything like that, anything that you want to celebrate. Maybe you have a new website, you did a new redesign. Post the links in here. We'd love to sort of celebrate with you. We'd love to sort of see what you're up to. And it's a great way to just sort of get yourself out there and share your achievements. So this is a great channel for you to just drop in and and share any celebrations and any wins in your life. Support is a great one. There hasn't been a lot of activity in this one just yet. So support is for any instances where you need some technical support, or if you have any questions for us at SCBWI and you don't feel like drafting up a formal email. Any questions or help that you might need to help navigate anything, whether it be like Discord specific, or even just like the community specific, or even just questions about who should I talk to about certain things. This is a great place to post that. The admin team will definitely see this, and we'll try our best to answer your questions. If not, we probably know someone who can answer those questions for you. So questions and comments definitely go in this channel. And then we get into the sections. So we kind of like separate it into a writer section and illustrator section, these two. by no means are you limited to just those section. If you're a writer section, you can most definitely come and have a chat and hang out in the illustrator section. Same the other way around. If you're an illustrator and not a writer, like, doesn't mean you can't partake in any of the discussions in the writer section. We've just sort of organized it this way to make it a little bit easier to navigate. But within the writer section, we have some great channels, like a writer's general. So in this example, you know, we posted about like possibly restarting the South Austin critique group. So that was an ongoing discussion that was happening here. If you have links to any writing news or anything you want to share, this would be a great place to drop that in. If you have any YA fiction specific questions, this is a great channel to start throwing in questions or discussions. So we, again, have the same thing for YA nonfiction, middle grade fiction, middle grade nonfiction, chapter books, easy readers, picture book fiction, picture book nonfiction, and even just overall like critique partner matching. If you're interested in looking for a critique partner, definitely start a conversation in here and then see if anybody's interested. So a couple of these are empty, so I encourage you to go in and start messaging people and start putting feelers out. For the illustrator section side, we have sort of replicated the same model. In Art General Chat, I've been posting links and things that I find interesting on the internet here and would love to share. Like, for example, Oliver Jeffers will be at Book People this weekend, or this Friday actually, tomorrow. So posted that link in here. We're excited to go. I found this TikTok that was a really great tip for people who use Procreate and needed more space on their iPad. And so here's a link to that TikTok video for anybody who is like a Procreate artist who might be interested. Any art related news that I found, there was this great art YouTube video of this guy that talked about how he interprets AI and what a lot of other artists are doing to sort of handle the AI situation. So that was sort of a great discussion in his videos, and I thought it would be a great link to share for other people to take a look at. Anything that like artist mentality or like the business of being an artist, great links I've plopped in here as well. Inspiration's another great one. If you find a new artist that you've never heard of that you love their work, I've been posting them in here, so other people can take a look at and feel inspired. Work in progress is also a great one. So if you have any work you want to get some feedback, some quick comments on, and get a quick critique, definitely throw your work in progress in here. If you absolutely can't wait till our critique group or sketch night, and you just want some eyes on it just to see if something feels right, throw that in here, and then we can all sort of jump in and help out. Or if you just want to share, you don't want any feedback because you're feeling really proud of what you've accomplished, this is the place to do it. There's also an it's finished. It's empty so far because no one's put anything in there yet. But if you've been working on a piece for so long, we want to celebrate that with you. So go ahead and also post the finished product in here so we can all see and ooh and ah over your beautiful pieces. There's also a tools channel. So if you find any tools or have any questions about tools, post them in here as well. I posted a question about what might be the best sort of iPad case for those of us who are drawing digitally, and then I found one that has some great reviews, so I shared that link in here. I will post another one soon, which is also, I have an older tablet that I've recently since upgraded, so I'm looking to sell it, but I'm going to go ahead and post that in here in the next couple of days when I can get some good photos to see if anybody would be interested here at SCBWI first, and if not, then I'll go ahead and resell it on eBay or like Poshmark and those websites and stuff like that. So these are great tools to sort of just engage with the SCBWI community and share resources. So yeah. All right, so one of the things that I am most excited about with Discord is this new events calendar that we have. Over here to the top left, you will see there's a little calendar icon. Go ahead and click that, and it should bring up this pop-up. I think this is great because it just kind of lists all of the next upcoming events that we will have, so you can make sure you don't miss any of the events and activities that we have lined up. Because the new SCBWI website no longer has that calendar functionality, I feel like this is really helpful. So be sure to check here often. You can see here that we have all the events that we have planned out listed. For example, here on Monday, October 28th, we will have the North Austin Writers Critique Group in the Barnes & Noble's Arboretum. You can click into here to see more information about them. Following that, the next activity that we'll have after that is our November monthly meeting that will happen a little bit differently on November 2nd of that month. And then, just for you to keep track of when we have our illustrator and writers critique groups, and any other sort of possible webinars that we have coming up, we will definitely be updating this as frequently as possible as we find out our lineup for the next coming season. So yeah, this is really useful, I feel like, and really helpful. So check back often to make sure you're not missing any of the fun stuff. Next up, we're going to talk about voice channels, and this I'm really excited about because I think the opportunities for this is pretty endless. So at the bottom here, at the end of all of these normal text-based channels, you'll see there's a section called voice channels. And then there are these two ones that we've labeled writing critique group and online sketch session. By no means are we limited to that. I've just sort of named them that way to get us started. But this is really great because it is what it sounds like. It is a voice channel. So it's basically like a multi-way phone call. It gives a room for all of us to go in and just kind of hang out in real time. So let's try it out and see. I'm going to go ahead and click online sketch session because I'm an illustrator. I'm going to go in and, oh, look at that. So I'm live currently in this room. Anybody can join in and hang out with me. I have my camera turned off, but I'm going to go ahead and turn my camera on. Hi, and you can see here, you can have these fun backgrounds. I'm just going to go ahead and blur my background because if I were to use any of these like animated ones, it would like take up too much like power from my computer. So I'm going to go ahead and turn on my camera. You can see here, and I'm the only one in this room right now. Unfortunately, when I'm recording this is very late. It's like 11:30 at night. So I don't think anybody's around, but I'm here. I'm in this space. I'm doing a live session basically, which is what's happening right now. I can invite people if I feel compelled to, but it's kind of a great place for people to hang out. And say, for example, I'm working on a project late at night. I just would like some company. I'm sketching here on my tablet in front of me. And yeah, it's kind of like an open working session. Anybody can pop in and like sketch and hang out, and we can talk real time for a little bit. We can even share work. So let's see if I can go ahead and click to share my screen. Okay. Yeah, let's see what happens. Yeah, perfect. So like here, you can basically, yeah, that's a lot of fun. I can share my sketch as I'm talking, and we can all just chat and watch each other work. I think it's super fun. But yeah, the possibilities for this is pretty endless. I mean, we can get together and we can do sort of these like live working sessions, which I think I definitely have some planned coming up soon. But we'll keep you posted against in the events tab in the calendar in the top left, so be sure to keep out for those. The other thing too is that I'm going to go ahead and cancel this so that I'm stop streaming and then hang up the voice chat and then go back to the normal chat. The other thing too is that I can see an opportunity for us to utilize and create another voice chat channel, and then we can do sort of live book clubs too. So that could be a great thing we can do. But same thing with the writing critique group. If anybody ever wants to jump in, and do an impromptu writing session, or even host an actual like dedicated scheduled writing critique group, this would be a great place to do it. It's basically a glorified Zoom is what it is. And so if you think about it that way, you can do like the normal chatting in the channels, but then if you want to do some live video sessions or voice sessions, that's what the voice channels are. So I'm pretty excited about it. So if anybody's brave enough to go in and try it out, feel free. Don't worry about messing anything up. I think just go in and click around and have some fun and see what's available to you. Last but not least, we have the far right panel here, which is basically the members panel. Like I said, it's really late right now. At this point, it's 11:45 p.m. at night when I'm recording this, so nobody's really online. But this is basically where you can see a list of all of our members that have joined. And it'll tell you whether or not they're online or not. So it says 2, including myself, am online. It looks like Josh Weiss is logged in, but he's idle, which is what that moon icon means, or he's like on Do Not Disturb. And then everybody else, all these other people are offline, so their computers have signed off. But as people get online, you'll see their names pop up. I have my Discord always pulled up. It's just kind of floating in the background all the time. So you will most likely see me online, even if I'm not sitting directly at my computer. So that's what this is. If you're ever curious about who's in our group, or you want to message somebody privately, this is where you go. I'm sure Michelle won't mind because I can use her example. But if I ever want to send Michelle a specific, like, a private DM, this is where I can chat with her on a one-off without having to sort of engage the rest of the channels to be able to do so. So yeah, that's fun. And then lastly, as a quick a refresher, here is your like personal profile. So if you ever want to edit your profile, or you want to set your status, if you are technically online but you don't want to just be disturbed, or you want to be invisible, this is where you can change it. Otherwise, it'll just be set to its default. One thing that we would love to ask all of our members to do is that if you've joined Discord by creating a one-off screen name that is not your actual first name and last name. For example, I joined Discord as Imp Twitch as a unique screen name. But I'm showing up in Discord in the SCBWI Discord as Tiffany She, because I want people to know who I am and not have to remember that I am Imp Twitch or I am my screen name. What I can do is I can go to Edit Profile, and then you can see here is my user profile tab, which is my initial login for all of Discord, my screen name. But if I want to show up as something else specific to a server, so specific to SCBWI, I want to show up as Tiffany She IC, because I want people to know my name and I want them to know that I'm the IC. I can go in and change it here. And all it will do is just change how my name is displayed in just the SCBWI Austin server, and not overall universally everywhere on Discord. And you can set that for each of your individual Discord servers too. So you can show up as different names for each one if you want. I definitely encourage you guys to go in and do that, because it just makes putting names to faces a lot easier. That way I don't have to remember oh wait, Tina is Cupcake 41243, and it just makes sort of helps us navigate and network a little bit easier. So if you haven't done so already, please go in and make sure you have your first and last name as entered in for the SCBWI specific server. So that would be great. And I think that's about it. That is pretty much all you need to know about Discord to get you started, at least for the Austin SCBWI server. So let me know if you have any questions. If you do, definitely put them in the support channel, and I will try my best to help answer any questions you have. or if you feel like there is something that I missed that you'd love to know about, also put that into support, and I'll see if I can make another video covering that. But otherwise, thank you so much for watching, and I hope this was helpful.